That is actually.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Die Hard or Dice Hard edition of Shenanigans. Today, we are going to be playing through everyone's favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard 1. Not to be confused with Die Hard 2, which is terrible. Don't watch it. Just skip right on to Die Hard 3. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not doing swords and sorcery. We're going to be doing...
stopped after 3. There were no more after 3.
Yeah, right. They made 1. 2 was the understandable mistake, trying to bet on their success. And 3 was the oh, you know what this movie needs? Sammy J. And then it was perfect.
And then they stopped. In their wisdom, they knew that it would be foolish to go any further and make any other Die Hards.
Exactly. It's like they never made any Indiana Joneses after the 3rd, because why would you? They were perfect. Also, another series where the first one was great, the second one was kind of bad, and the third one was fantastic. Maybe even better than the first, but it's arguable.
I think it's kind of the rule.
Trilogy.
The second one just sort of sets up. See, the first one, they don't know there's going to be a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So they just make it, and they put everything into it. Then they find out that they're going to get to do a sequel. So the second one is setting things up for the third one. So the third one can be awesome.
Right. So with this in mind, we're going to be doing firearms and all sorts of stuff. Our players are going to be making their characters right now-ish. It is going to be 7 stats, just like in 2 Neal for D&D. And the stats are going to be 16 through 10. So 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. The players can arrange them however they want. Their charisma score is their AC, straight up. So if you have a 16 in charisma, you have a 16 AC. If you have a 16 in strength, you get a +1 to damage on your pistol whips, and if you get a knife or an axe or something, +1 to damage on those things. 16 in dex will give you a +1 to hit with your melee weapons, which we'll find out is actually not super useful, because we'll explain the gun mechanics shortly. And then, who cares about intelligence or willpower? Those are unimportant. Actually, willpower is going to be kind of important, because if you get to the point where you're bleeding and unconscious, if you go below 0 or go to 0, I'll have you make me a willpower check. And if you pass, you manage to muscle through somehow.
What about con for that, though? Well, see, that's what I was wondering. With con, would you use con for that, or
you guys have a set HP? Your HP is all going to be... Where do I have it here? I think we're going to give you 35 hit points, but if you want to have high con, maybe it should be 20 HP plus your con. There we go. That's how we're going to do it.
Okay, yeah. Wait, plus your con.
Yeah, plus your full con score. Yeah.
God, this makes it really hard to decide where to put the points in.
All right. I'm going to put 10 into intelligence, because in this setting, probably anything that could be solved by intelligence could probably also be solved by punching.
Yes.
Or a crowbar.
And as we know, John McClane is not actually... John McClane is not actually a smart man. My mistake. I'm not trying to insult the senator.
Still not dead.
Yeah, just go around insulting people who are fighting a battle against brain cancer, spending their holidays with their family, gathered around their beds, hoping that it'll last until Christmas and beyond.
I fall on
this might be their last holiday with their loved one, but you go ahead and make fun of them, Neal.
I definitely usually end up on the liberal side of the spectrum, but I have always very much
you've grown up and lived in
John
California.
McClane. Yeah.
So it also makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, but John McClane has always been a principled politician who I have admired. And if he hadn't had Sarah Palin as his running mate in 2008, I don't know which way I would have voted. That switched it for me. Anyway,
but let's be honest, it's not like the vice president actually does anything.
Dude, you can't have Sarah Palin as VP. That's like having Trump as president. And I know you've got limitations on what you can say because, where you are and all that jazz. But
what I'm going to say about that is, well, who's the president right now? And
it's fucked up.
He actually did something yesterday, so I can't say what has he actually done.
The main issues.
Anyway, let's get back to important stuff like one-liners.
Let's get back to this.
Well, no, I was going to say vice presidents are actually critical. Their main function, they serve as an insurance policy against assassination, but not in the way that you think. You're thinking like, oh, if he gets killed, then the vice.
No, if there's a tie in the Senate, yeah.
Like, no, the vice president's job is to be worse than the president. So that thinking of killing the president is like, oh fuck, we get Pence. No, not doing that.
Or with all that great stuff that Biden did, especially in the early years of the Obama administration, that was funny.
Yeah, or it's just to be like comic relief, sidekick, humanize the president. Right.
Yeah, Biden's job was to be the sidekick.
Pence is not being a good sidekick right now. He's just kind of.
No, yeah, Pence is there like.
Okay, all right. Let's move away from politics. We could talk about this for hours. Let's. I'm gonna ask us to move on from this conversation. How are your stats coming, everybody?
I've put them all in.
I put them all in.
Well, I haven't started making breakfast yet, but.
Lovely.
But I've got them all decided. Good.
Could you just put them somewhere so that you won't forget them?
Yeah, I've got them right here with my other 30 sticky notes.
Diddly-tasket.
I have them all neatly in a sheet.
Gasket.
Okay, so we've got our names. We've got Connar is playing Gronk. Bastian.
Don't worry, I got it figured out. It's Chad Gronk.
Chad Gronk. Oh God.
It's even better.
It's even more something.
Your character a death sentence.
All right. Bastian is playing Peter Peterson, and Rob is playing Dirk Stone. This is gonna be great, or it's gonna be terrible. In the time that it takes you to watch this episode of Shenanigans, you can watch Die Hard twice, or you can watch Die Hard 1 and then Die Hard 3.
No, it's very important that you say Die Hard twice, which is not the same as Die Hard 2.
Correct.
Not the same as Dying Harder.
Right. And for those of you that don't know, yes, the tagline for Die Hard 2 was Die Harder. I'm not even kidding. You can Google it.
That's pretty great.
It's pretty something.
Wasn't there one Die with Vengeance?
Die Hard with a Vengeance is the third one.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Then I think Die Hard, We're Not Even Trying Anymore was the fourth.
There wasn't a fourth one yet, Rob. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true. That must have been some. I think I was suffering from food poisoning in a
parallel dimension.
And maybe it was a pleasant dream where you're like, oh, they're gonna make a fourth Die Hard. It's gonna be great.
They will have cool things like a car or whatever, crashing into a helicopter or something like that. It will be awesome.
Fucking the worst. All right, guys, this is.
So we have.
I think the first and the fourth one are the only ones
plus con. AC is your charisma. And then what other things do we need here?
That's pretty much it. I mean, you need all of your stats figured out because we might call for stat checks here or there. But whatever's.
All right, so I guess other mechanics, since we don't have.
Oh yeah.
Other things, other abilities or anything. Do you
have all the regular abilities that you do in Dungeons and Dragons, just no spells? No.
Well, what?
Oh, so we have the best spell, Fist.
Well, we could. I don't know. That might. Do we need any saving throws? I don't think so.
You'll use fighter saving throws if they come up. We can look them up when it comes. If you want to prep them ahead of time, that's fine. Whatever.
At what level? The saves?
Divide your HP by 8 and round up. No, divide your HP by 10 and round up, and that's what level your saves are.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of game mechanics that need to.
So we're either level 3 or level 4.
Yeah. So if you put a 10 in your con, you're level 3. Otherwise, you're level 4. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it.
Doesn't make a difference.
No, because saves don't change until level 3 and 4 saves are the same. So yeah, perfect.
So what's the check to riot an explosion? Is that a dex of 13?
We'll figure it out when we get there. We'll figure it out, man. Put your stats how you think they should be. how you want your character to be, and we'll just wing everything else. It'll be great.
Yes.
All right, but I'm counting on there being a one-liner self-buff mechanic.
Yeah, definitely. Or a nerf to your enemy if it's intimidating, or like whatever's going on. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Oh wait, I forgot one important thing. I'll be right back in 2 minutes.
All right. I will not be doing a German accent for our villains, because I can't. They would all be like, no, it's just not going to happen.
Are you saying it'd all be super stereotyped and be super bad?
Well, I would try to do it stereotyped, but I would fail, and it would come out maybe a little Swedish or French, and then probably merge into Russian, and then Irish, and then just like nothing. I don't do accents well.
So you all heard it here. Neal's concern with stereotyping is that he's not good enough at it and can't stereotype hard enough.
You got it.
Die Hard 2 Shenanigans. Stereotype harder.
All right, I'm making a little notepad with all of your stats on it and everything. Dirk Stone. So Chad Gronk, what are your stats?
Strength is 12. Dex is 1/6. Con is 1/3. Int is 10. Wisdom is 1/4. Charisma is 1/5. And PCP. I have 11 PCPs.
Perfect. So strength, Dex, Con. So you've got 33 HP, and you've got 35 hit. No, you've got 15 AC. Perfect. And you've got +1 to hit. Great. Dirk, what are your stats?
I went with strength of 11, dex of 13, because I figured I better have some ability to ride an explosion if necessary. Con of 12, intelligence of 10, I already explained that.
Oh, wow.
Wisdom of 15 to like willpower my way through things.
Oh, nice.
Charisma of 16 and perception of 14, because I don't think people appreciate that enough. But one of the things that allows an action hero to survive, especially in the final boss battle, is to notice some little thing the boss did.
Nice. All right, Peter Peterson, what are your stats? Straight down the line.
I have a strength of 11, dex of 14, con of 12, intelligence of 10, willpower of 16, charisma of 15, perception of 13.
Wonderful. On 30. AC 15. Hit. All right. All right, Chad Gronk, Peter Peterson, and Dirk Stone. Why are you at the Nakatomi building? Are you here for a Christmas party? Or are you here for something else?
They're to get absolutely hammered at the Christmas party.
All right.
What's your job, huh?
Yeah, what department are you guys in?
I was just out for a midnight stroll, Christmas stroll, and, well, things happened.
All right.
I'm here to solve them.
Peter Peterson is a party crasher.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Party crasher for a midnight stroll. What about the rest of you? Who are you in the building?
Aggressive acquisitions.
Oh, so you are, oh god, what was his name? Ellis? You're Ellis. Got it.
No, it's like I'm actually one of the bad guys, except instead of being one of the bad guys and trying to steal stuff, I'm just kind of sketchy. And they hired me for some reason. I don't know.
So you're Ellis?
Yes, I'm Ellis.
Okay, cool. Rob, who are you?
Do you need you need for one of us to be the like cop from another district here?
I mean, you totally can be the cop from another district who's here to join the party because your ex-wife is at the party and she's not using your last name anymore, so you're having a fight with her. You can totally do that, or you can do something else.
Well, that's what I was asking, is if the session required that? Or
No, the session does not require that.
All right. then change my constitution to X, because Dirk Stone is an ex-con who got trained after his time in the military, after he got back to a nation that did not appreciate his service back in the 1980s, because that's what the 1980s were supposedly about, or one of the things. And he's just working there, just one of the cleaning crew. They made him stay late in one of the upper floors. Well, his boss buggered off to the party, and he's just stuck up there having to clean up after all these people. And he's away from the party, doing his job.
Damn. Okay. Do you have a particular... Were you in Panama? What? I'm trying to look up wars that happened in the 1980s with the U.S., and it's a lot of, like, small-time operations.
Oh, you think the government told you all about all the wars?
All right. Perfect. All right,
So,
guys.
How's this going to go, Neal? Do we already have a piece on us?
No. None of you guys are currently armed with a gun.
Oh.
It is a holiday party. I don't have holiday party music, so this is our holiday party music here. You are on the 30th floor of the Nakatomi Plaza. I should mark these 30 party. Cool. So you're on the 30th floor here. Chad Gronk, you are in the middle of partying, doing your whatever it is that you do. Peter Peterson, you have somehow gotten up to this floor, like you saw the party lights from down below when you were taking your late night stroll, and the security guard down on the ground floor was a pretty laid back guy. He wasn't doing too much, so he just kind of let you hop in the elevator without really checking your clearance. Meanwhile, Dirk Stone, you're the only janitor on duty, and you're having to clean up after these people. These people who are indoor at night sunglass wearing folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wear my sunglasses, but they're not in my car, and my car's frozen shut.
And would it be within the realm for me to say I've got my cleaning cart with my cleaning tools, chemicals, and cleaners on it?
Oh yeah.
And that my boss, before buggering off to go do this party here, made some disparaging remark about how good I was with all these supplies or something, or with cleaning things, or with a mop or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Guess you got latrine duty again, Dirk. You must be used to that by now after all the shit you've been through. Have fun. Oh, and don't forget, you missed a spot. And then he heads off to his party.
All right, so I'm cleaning in a bathroom on the same floor, on the party floor, on a different floor?
No, at the party floor. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the disparaging remark he says after he comes out from ruining a toilet that you just cleaned.
Kind of give him a look. Go back to doing my job. That's what I do.
Right.
Even when my job is shit.
Meanwhile, Chad Gronk and Peter Peterson run into each other at the party, talking with this group or that group. The two of you are part of the same conversation. When the other people in the conversation are brought away to something else that's happening, and the two of you find yourselves talking together.
I'm munching on some oranges. I just grabbed some from the buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Can you munch on an orange? I kind of associate munching with a crunching sound, which is the opposite of oranges.
ESL, Rob. ESL.
So, what department are you in? I don't think I've seen you here before.
Just checking out the business. Nice body.
Did you just say nice body?
I don't know what I.
Nice party. I want
That makes way more sense, but I could have sworn you're like, just checking out the party. Nice body.
I thought he said nice potty, which would have been appropriate if he had been in this bathroom where I was cleaning.
He said what you understood.
Perfect. That's beautiful. It's great. When all of a sudden, you hear gunfire coming from down the hall, followed by the screams of party goers. Panic comes in the air.
Sounds like the party got just interesting, huh?
What the hell is that?
What do you guys do?
Freaking go hide behind something. Like,
Uh-huh.
gonna make sure there aren't other people there.
Sure.
Because that's the best way. for
Chad and
people to
Peter,
find
you guys happen to be right near the bathrooms. So as the gunfire goes off, you go to hide in the bathroom where you run into Dirk Stone polishing a porcelain throne.
Nice clean bathroom. Good job.
What the hell was that out there?
Sounds like gunfire. Maybe some of the guests got a bit rowdy.
Oh no, that's a lot of shots though. I don't know.
Well, only time will tell. We could wait here, see what happens.
You think some of the guests brought machine guns to the party?
Sounds more like submachine guns. To be honest, it sounds like this building needs a bouncer.
You can hear a voice calling from out the bathroom door, down the hall to the main plaza where there's the water fountain by the Christmas tree. And you can hear a voice saying, "Attention partygoers! You are now in our hands!" Followed by the same voice saying, "Tony, go check down the hall. Take Fritz with you, and Marco." You guys just know your hallway is the one they're talking about.
All right.
Seems like you're coming this way. What are you gonna do? Hey, you know this building best, cleaning man. Airbender or something like you?
Me, what am I gonna do? I'm just the janitor.
Well, you're the only one of us that has some kind of weapon. I point at this cleaning utensils.
I don't know. Sounds
Yeah,
like the
somehow.
janitor's the best one to clean up this
All
problem.
right. So Neal is. Can we just assume that this cleaning cart, in general, has
All sorts of chemicals on it.
Yeah, just whatever.
Whatever you need,
cleaning
man. That is a reasonable cleaning supply. It's yours. Bleach,
All right.
ammonia. You want to make chlorine gas? Knock yourself out.
Oh yeah, bleach and hydrochloric acid make the World War I gas that'll just basically take out your lungs instantly.
Yeah.
That mustard stuff. Sounds like good stuff.
Although bleach sounds pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna grab my mop. And I'm assuming it's the one, it's got like the old long stringy things.
Oh, definitely. The long hanging ones that look like hair.
Yeah, but they're attached to like a big metal
Big
thing.
metal triangle that then goes to the pole. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to establish, there's a sharp metal thing on the end of this harmless looking mop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab the mop. I'm gonna get I'm gonna grab my bleach, pour it into a bucket. I'll look over at the two of them. What do you guys look like?
Oh, good question. All right,
Oh.
we know what Bastian looks like.
Definitely like in some sort of freaking suit. I
Nice.
came to this. Yeah, definitely in a suit. Yeah. While he's doing that, I'm gonna go grab my own bucket, fill it with water, and then put some of that powdered drain cleaner in there.
Oh, all right. You take the big yellow mop bucket, dump a bunch of drain cleaner in there, mix it with a little bit of water. You can hear the footsteps coming down the hall of Tony, Marco, and someone, if you were paying attention, Fritz. And you can hear them. They're going to get close to the bathroom. And you just know, outside of this room, there are dozens of these people out there, probably all armed with guns. Are you going to get into a fight right now while you're trapped in the bathroom?
I have a look around. Is there any kind of air duct or anything in here?
Yeah, there is a vent, and there are also ceiling tiles that can be lifted up so you can just get to the crawl space above the walls.
Well, I'm going to grab a pair of cleaning gloves. Go on this, step on the sink or something. I guess it's like the fancy counter.
Big marble sinks with the auto washers. Actually, there's no auto washers. It's the 80s. They haven't invented them yet.
Speaking of the 80s, and given that I am a cleaning man, can it be assumed that I have a Walkman?
You can have a Walkman, definitely. Yes.
With cassette tape in there and everything.
What is on the cassette tape?
I swear if it's not
It's
the
the
greatest
80s.
hits of 80s rock, you are wrong.
It's Queen's greatest hits, obviously. Every tape in the 80s is Queen's greatest hits.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In fact, if you put, it's a known fact, scientifically proven, that if you put a cassette into the glove compartment of a car, and if you check back in 2 weeks, it will have become
Queen's greatest hits. Or just like a new wave montage, like someone's mixtape that has just teleported into your car. Definitely. All right. The footsteps are coming your way.
Have been acceptable.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Neal,
Definitely take
would
that.
it be a possibility for me to have a Swiss pocket knife? Do I look like a man who would never leave his house without
You can
his
totally
Swiss
have a
pocket-
Swiss Army knife. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. And, well, I'm going to put the clean gloves on, step on the sink counter, and lift one of the plates up.
The ceiling tile just lifts up and shifts to the side. You can pull yourself up and look around, and it's just like open for as far as the eye can see. Like this entire floor, the walls only go up to the ceiling tiles, and then you could like get on top of those and crawl. But it's got to be difficult, you know. Each of the ceiling tiles is pretty fragile, so you're gonna have to like lay down and slowly crawl your way through the ceiling tiles so they don't break under you.
You're gonna have to put your weight on the frames.
I will go up there and
All right.
position myself over the door.
Peter Peterson crawls over the ceiling tiles, gets over the inside of the door or the outside of the door in the bathroom. Like, do you want to be the bathroom side or the hallway side?
Bathroom side, and
Okay.
I get my my army knife out, like like this.
All right.
Be careful, those might come down at any time that is convenient for the plot.
It's true.
I hope so.
The whole ceiling might come down too.
Probably not now, though, because we've got to establish things.
So the
Probably.
the door begins to open to the bathroom.
All right. They're still, so Peterson is up there. Is there a, like in a lot of bathrooms, there's like, well, you don't usually notice it, but there's like there's a door that usually with a vent that they keep.
Oh yeah, the janitor closet,
Stuff
basically.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And as a janitor, I've
He would
got
have the key.
to like
Yep.
freaking everything in this building.
Yep. Every door you've got the keys to. Well thought
Yeah, the goddamn chef would have all the keys. So
out.
I open the I quietly as I can open the closet because I know I'm not going to be able to get up into the ceiling tiles in time.
I'm gonna go in there with him.
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna step into the closet. I've already poured the bleach into the bucket. I hand that to I don't even know this guy's name yet, and I've got the mop ready.
I got something way worse than bleach. I got freaking drain cleaner, dude. That stuff will burn the ever-loving crap out of you.
All right. The door opens, and in step a pair of people. They go through, knocking open each of the stalls one by one. You notice one of them is armed with a pistol. It is a H&K P7. The other man is armed with an SMG, an H&K MP5. They kick open all the bathroom stall doors, and then one of them says to the other, "Niemand ist hier drin," and then they all begin to walk out. They walk out to the rest of the party. The door shuts behind them quietly on its own.
Excellent.
I turn to my new partner here. Good job on not inconveniently making a noise just as the last one was stepping out, and then him turning around to check it out, and then us having to take him out.
Yeah, I figured it'd be pretty good to just stay quiet the whole time instead of most of the time.
Yeah, it's probably better for tension and build up the drama of how deadly these guys are, as if we don't take one of them out instantly.
I kind of come crawling back to the opening in the ceiling.
Well, what now? We can get out of here over this way. Kind of have to get ourselves some equipment before we can show these people the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of Dodge for now, and then figure out what we're gonna do.
They had security guards, right? There should be some kind of equipment room for them. Hey, janitor man, you know where it is?
Why would I know where it is? I'm just the janitor.
You are a janitor. You should know where every room in this freaking building is.
Well, yeah, of course I know. I clean them all.
Indeed.
I'm pretty sure they keep that pretty well locked up, but we'll see.
That's the one room you don't have a key to. They don't give the janitor the keys to the gun room.
Who needs keys if you have this?
And I wiggle my army knife.
Hey, janitor, you got a crowbar somewhere in here?
Crowbar?
That's a key to the city right there.
There's no crowbar in your janitorial cart, but you are aware that the floor above you is currently undergoing a renovation and is in the middle of construction. There should be all sorts of construction tools there. Maybe a crowbar.
You know, the floor above us is currently undergoing some sort of major renovation. Should be all kinds of tools there, maybe even a crowbar.
We should check up there. I think we also might find some other good things.
Has delivered his presence. Let's get there.
All right, follow me. Another way up.
All right. How are you going to get there, though? If you go out in the hallway, you're likely to be seen by all the thugs. Murderers.
And I point at the crawl space.
Right. The crawl space leads you carefully all the way over towards a staircase that goes up. But I'm going to need you all to make me dexterity checks as you go through the crawl space to make sure none of you make a sound. You don't tip your hand.
Oops, I didn't log into...
Well, Peterson.
Oh god, you guys suck.
Telling me.
Well, hey, we were busy making our characters.
Yeah.
Alright, we just need to see how badly this is.
Somebody tell me roll for me.
What is your dex?
My dex is 13.
Yeah, you rolled a 1-9.
Oh god. Oh god. Alright. So it doesn't go well. You guys don't fail terribly, but as you're like moving in through the crawl space, and as you're coming down, one of the ceiling tiles begins to tumble and fall with like a loud cracking, a loud like banging noise, and then actually cracks itself on the ground. So it's like physically broken and won't fit back up in the crawl space anymore. But you've made it to the other side of the wall where the stairwell is. But you've probably attracted some attention with all the noise.
Well, seems we should hurry then.
That was necessary, so now they'll have a clue later on to notice and realize that we're up in the ceiling tiles.
Maybe they just think it was the wind or rats.
And I kind of get out of the crawl space onto the staircase and make my way up.
Right.
Sneakily.
Mm-hmm.
Not to
Very
run,
sneaky.
not to make any more noise, unnecessary noise. I'm like the wind, I'm a shadow.
Nice. All right. Let's talk about the setup of the Nakatomi building. Floor 30 is where the party is. 31 are general offices. 32 is under construction. 33 is the computer banking room. 34 are models of like the various projects that your company is working on, and a conference room. Floor 35 is under construction, and floor 36 is the roof. Actually, floor 36 is piping. It's like it's not a real floor. It's the pipe and steam trunk room. And then there's the roof on top. Nothing happens below floor 30. It's just kind of unintelligent building. So you guys make it to the stairwell, and you make it up a couple of stairs to the construction area.
Excellent.
It's looking pretty good.
What kind of stuff do we have here? All kinds of gadgets.
There's like skill saws, there's table saws, there's Dremels, there's a bunch of wood, there's piping, there's wiring, there's wire cutters, wire strippers, there's some
crowbars.
nail guns. You're looking around. Give me perception checks. See if you guys can find a crowbar. That's fairly specific, so I'm going to ask for like a 25 to find it.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Oh.
Boom.
Chad Gronk just picks up a crowbar.
I'm going to get myself one of those sweet nail guns.
Nice.
Careful with that. You're kind of limited on how long the air hose is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Short range on a nail gun. Like short mobile range. And short
that's
firing
kind of an
range. But
opportunity weapon.
yeah, but still, totally valid. Right. So you're gathering these things, the nail gun, the crowbar, and as you do so, I want perception checks from the party.
Another one?
I want a different perception check from the party.
Very well.
Oh, crap. Dirk. Oh, Dirk's face is not showing up on this overlay for some reason. Dirk, as those guys are picking up weapons, you hear the door open behind you, the door that you guys just came through, followed by various voices speaking in German.
Glauben Sie sind hier drin? Hä? Wer ist da?
Damn, it's the 80s. I can't make any History Channel references. Hey, boys, I think we've got some company.
I duck in some kind of cover that is there. Some
Since
shadowy corner.
you know what? It seems like the perfect opportunity weapon time. So, do I see a handy drill attached to a really long extension cord? One of those really long orange
Perception
ones?
check. It might be around. Maybe.
Maybe.
Guess perception's kind of our luck score. Absolutely. There's a power drill on a really long cord. Peter Peterson has himself a nail gun, and Chad Gronk has himself a crowbar.
And I'm going to step into the shadows in some kind of cover.
Sure, you step behind one of the large columns, but that puts you kind of far away from the door. That's not a bad thing, but you're a little bit farther from the door. Gronk, where are you?
Definitely gonna hide behind some of those construction sheets.
Nice.
Like, you know how they have the like the sheets up there?
Yeah, the
prevents
plastic
better.
sheets to like prevent the dust and everything from blowing around and kind of isolate regions.
They've probably got like several of them.
Yeah, they're all over the place. It's kind of like a Halloween maze.
Yeah.
Dirkstone?
I'm assuming there's lots of different kinds of equipment lying around.
Totally.
Actually, are there any like door frames or like any sort of walls that are up where I could like be kind of just inside on the other side of a wall?
Definitely. There's a section where they're like putting some drywall up in between some framing to like break off this one office room from these other things.
All right. I will kind of duck just inside the doorway with my my power drill in one hand and my mop in the other.
Nice. The door opens and some footsteps come out.
Only footsteps, though.
Yeah, a couple of pairs of footsteps come out with that. Ich glaube, ich habe etwas gehört. Yeah, don't worry about it, Bastian. It's great. It's totally great. And you can hear people starting to fan out and move around.
You know what would be awesome is if Neal would just like reading phrases out of a Let's Learn German book. And
no, I'm going to Google Translate, writing things in, translating it, and then trying to pronounce the German. It's actually what's going on.
Google
I don't know if Bastian can understand it, because it's probably pronounced wrong with no accent, but...
The last one I couldn't understand, but the one before that I did.
Wonderful.
Bastian's a cheater.
I think they should just be like a bunch of, Let's Learn German phrases like, I wish to go boating on the Rhine. Berlin is lovely this time of year.
No. Anyway, so the people begin to walk around and spread out. Chad, Kronk, you can sort of see the shadows of them through your your plastic sheeting that's holding up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Peter and Dirk are like hidden, like behind hardcover. So you guys are.
About how many does it look like there are?
You see 3.
Very well.
I'm going to listen for the footsteps, and I try to hear on what side of me someone is coming.
You hear someone coming up on your left side. That 25, you definitely hear it. Moments later, a figure kind of walks past you.
I aim at the neck, head and neck.
All right, give me a roll to hit with your nail gun. Nail guns are not... I mean, technically they're semi-automatic, but they're slow semi-automatic. So this is the perfect time to talk about our gun rules here. In a combat round, which is still a minute long, you can fire as many shots as your gun has in it. But for every attack you make, every shot you make, there's a penalty. So if you're using a pistol, you get a -1 to hit for every shot you fire in a round. So if you want to fire 5 shots, you make 5 rolls to hit, each one of them at -5. If you want to fire 10 rounds, you make 10 attacks at -10 each.
But then how are you handling
pistols.
spray and pray?
Well, for SMGs, it's -1 to hit for every 2 shots fired. So you want to spray and pray your MP5, go ahead and make me 30 rolls to hit, each at -15. Or if you have a rifle, it's -2 to hit for every shot after the first one. So SMGs are going to be a little bit better spray and pray. Rifles have the best damage. Pistols have, a nice middle ground.
But where does the shotgun come into play?
There were no shotguns in Die Hard, but if there is a... I know.
So, what does the nail gun count as? Kind of a pistol?
Yeah, it's going to be an awkward pistol. I'm going to limit you to 3 shots in a round.
I'm going to make 3 shots. Surprise, flanking, any of that?
I'll give you surprise and flanking. So 1 for flanking, 1 for surprise. You're making 3 shots, so that's -3 to hit. And you have no bonus to hit. So 3d20, each one of them at -3.
So that's 9, 8, and 18.
That should be 7, 6, and 16. They're each at -3 to hit.
Yeah, but I have +2 from flanking and surprise.
Oh, right, perfect. Yeah. So the 18 is a crit. Give me, I think a nailed gun does d6 damage. D4 damage. Give me 2d4 damage for your nailed gun here.
Okay.
2d4.
Yeah, let me look up the monster.
6
Nice.
All right. You do 6 points of damage. It's a nail right in the side of the guy's neck. He topples to the ground, and we all need to roll initiative because all of a sudden, shouting goes off. People start moving. It's a nightmare.
Shotgun goes off.
What kind of weapon did he have?
He has a pistol.
What's the weapon speed of a skill drill?
3. All your weapons are.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget weapon speed. It's all going to be just a flat D10 for initiative. Let's just keep
Hell
it
yeah.
simple. Yeah.
That initiative roll. Why can't I ever roll like that on HP?
Alrighty then, Connar. It's not your weapon. It's you. You're cursed with the bad initiative rolls. The first guy sees Bastian's hand sticking out with the nail gun attached to it. Goes running for cover while he unloads 3 shots at you with his pistol, Bastian.
Do I get any bonuses from being in cover?
You totally get bonuses for being in cover. But you know what? Even without them, I think it's a miss here because you've got 15 AC and he rolls like an 11, a 7, and a -1.
Nice.
So 3 shots just kind of like ring out and fall to the ground around you. Another guy goes and ducks behind the front door that he, or not the front door, the staircase door that he came in from, and is gonna take 0 shots. Next up is Bastian.
Well, I'm going to grab that guy's gun.
Okay. You reach out to grab the guy's gun, and the guy that's hiding in the doorway by the staircase takes his ready to action to unload 5 rounds at you as you reach out for the gun. Let's see. These are all misses except for the natural 20.
Oh.
You take 3 points of damage as you get shot in the arm, but you get the gun.
It's like a graze only.
It's totally a graze. You're tracking your HP, right? You've got 32. So, yeah. You pick up...
We really are action heroes if a nat 20 was only 3 with just a graze.
I didn't account for criticals, but he made
sorry.
5 shots. That's actually a 15, and you have 15 AC, but then you've got cover, so it's actually like... It would have been a miss if it wasn't for a nat 20. So no crit die, just a regular hit. Peter Peterson, you now have a P7. It's your pistol. It has 5 rounds. You can check it for rounds. It has 5 rounds left in it, and you see the guy has a couple of extra magazines on his side.
Dope.
That you can pick up after, next round or whatever. That's your action for this round. Next up is Rob, Dirk Stone.
Any of them ended up coming close to where I am?
Yes. So you're behind like some sheetrock, right? And he's on the other side. It's like a corner of sheetrock, right? And on my head side of the sheetrock is kind of like where Bastian and Connar are, and he's slipped around to this other side. So you're like in this L-shaped thing, And he's over here. Bastian is over here. Connar's over here. The door is down here. And maybe do a quick doodle.
Okay. Yeah, we could probably use that.
There's here's the doorway. There's a staircase over here, down here. And there's like a column here and a column here. I put this too far to the top of the map.
I think I'm just more confused now.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the middle of combat. It ought to be sort of confusing.
Well, can we place some people here?
So we got a Rob, a Bastian, and there's some plastic hanging right here. This is a semi-hard wall. This is like sheetrock, right? And so then we've got Connar over here. We've got bad guy and bad guy.
So we could shoot a bee, and it's like 66% chance that we've just killed the bad guy, and a 33% chance we kill Bastian.
Oh God, Bastian! All right, BA is Bastian. Yeah, there we go.
Just give me a P.
No, it's Barry.
Just give me a P for P.
All right.
We'll do it later. What do you do, Rod?
All right, so I am going to come around behind this guy. Is his hand holding the gun right up against the wall or near the wall by any chance?
No, as you come around from behind him, also give me a dex check opposed by his perception to see if you can sneak up behind him unnoticed. Ooh, he rolled really well. He rolled a 27. Ooh. So as you come around...
I want him to turn and meet my gaze.
Yeah. So as you come around, he hears you, whirls to face you, eyes going a little bit wide with surprise.
And then I say, "Don't worry, it's just a drill." And then I drill his hand into the wall.
Make me an attack roll at +5 to hit.
Nice.
All right, you grab his hand. Give me a D8 for damage as because you're going for his hand, so
Because that was much cooler. I mean,
it's so much cooler. Well, that's why you got the +5 to hit. Yeah. God, he only has 3 hit points, so you drill his hand, and he screams and falls to the ground, and you can like coup de grace with the drill to the head as part of the action. All right.
No, I coup de grace with my mop.
Oh, nice. You mop him.
Yeah.
Next up.
I gotta create the mop as an ongoing theme here.
Right. Next up is Chad.
Let's see here. Is there any like just piles of construction dust? Like, oh yeah. So what I'll do is I'll like take a good handful of it, and then so I kind of saw like this guy go hide behind the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
All right. So
there's like a sawhorse over here with a blade on it. So there's like construction dust all over the place.
okay, cool. So I'll grab some construction dust, and then I'll kind of right here and ready in action to freaking dust his face. Because I make sure to get like a good chunk of bits in there, like not just sawdust, but any sort of like chunkly, like gravelly stuff. You know, that stuff that if it gets in your eyes are just wrecked.
All right.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna stand there and wait for him to pop his head around the corner, and then just boom, construction dust to the face.
Right. Let's roll initiative for next round.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Boom.
Dude, he goes first, unless Bastian can roll one. No, unless
Oh no, I
Krob
already
can
did.
roll one. No. All right. So our bad guy over here looks through that window, sees Rob, in the middle of like bashing this guy in with the mop, pulls out his pistol, and as he does so, it like comes into view of Connor's, of Chad's face. So Chad, go ahead and take your ready to action to dust him.
Could I get that crap in his face?
Yeah, you can totally toss it right around in his face. Roll to hit.
All right, hell yeah. Any modifiers to that?
You will have like you're hidden, so +2 to hit, basically. Basically a
All
back
right,
attack. Yeah.
Dope. Hell
Boom.
yeah.
That's perfect. You throw dust in his face, blinding him, giving him -4 to hit as he unloads his entire magazine towards Rob. So that's 8d20 -8, also -4. So 8d20 -12.
He actually can't hit him.
He needs nat 20s to do it.
Yeah, there's enough die that a nat 20 can come up.
All right, so 1, 2, 7, 9 are all misses, followed by 2, 5, 13, 14. So it's just wild, like, firing off, followed
Excellent.
by more German phrases that I don't think I can actually pronounce this one. It's too complicated.
Ich brauche Unterstützung.
Yeah, I can't do that one. Sorry, guys. But it's all misses. Up next is Rob. Dirkstone.
So this bad guy is over right through that door, right?
Totally through the doorway.
All right.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna charge through. I've still got the mop in one hand, the gun in the other hand, but I don't think it's time for the gun yet. So I'm just gonna take the mop and ram the not the mop side, but the pole.
The pole
handle
side?
right into the guy's stomach.
Ooh. Go for a roll to hit.
And I'm gonna say clean up in aisle 5. Oh, damn it.
You go for a clean up in aisle 5, but in his like dusting his face, it barely begins to clear. He grabs one hand on the end of your mop, other hand in between the two, and oppose strength check while he tries to rip the mop out of your hands. He is a. He's got 12, so.
And I'm going to.
Oh, shit.
As we're fighting, in case this has any impact, or you know, if we can get any of the comedic effect in here, as we've got like our hands on this, I put like one hand up above.
Well, you got to give me a strength check because he just rolled a nat 20 on his, so I think he's going to rip it out of your hands.
So put his hand up above, and then we can.
Let's see what your strength check is, and then we'll determine the comedic effects.
I think I only have 11 for strength.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Nice.
my God. So, like, he goes to put hand above, you go above his, and just, like, miss the mop entirely because there's nothing left there. He takes the other end and reams it up underneath between your legs, crotch-shotting you with the mop.
Well, let's see if we hit.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit. Crotch shots are almost always hits, just as a rule of thumb here. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage to the balls.
Now, I want to point out, I guess probably we've both dropped our guns if we've been fighting for this.
Oh, yeah. Everything's on the ground. It's like a martial arts scene all of a sudden with the fight over the mop.
All right. So he's standing triumphantly. So I dropped down after being crotch shot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's standing triumphantly over me with his mop.
Yeah. But that's your turn, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Connor's turn with the 5 on the
Excellent.
initiative.
Well, with him fighting around, I'll go pick up Rob's gun, and I'd say I've got a pretty nice shot where they're like fighting over the mop and just.
Wait, didn't he have his gun? Put him with the,
pop 2 shots off at the guy.
All right.
Wait, didn't he have his go with the blinding thing?
No, that was a readied action from the previous round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's 2 rolls to, it's d20 minus 2, but plus 1 from your high deck. So 2d20 minus 1 to each.
All right. That's a 12 and a 1.
That's the 12 is a hit.
Yeah, I don't think
Excellent.
these guys are very charismatic.
No.
They barely even have names.
These guys don't even have names. It's d6 damage with your pistol.
D6. Excellent.
4 points. You.
Then I'll shoot him and be like, never take a mop to a gunfight.
You're taking all my lines, damn it!
That's a pretty good line. So give me another d6 for damage in there.
Hell yeah. Boom, total of 8 damage.
All right. So it's 2 shots followed by a third after the one-liner that hits him. The enemy lays on the ground bleeding from a wound in either shoulder. Conveniently.
Excellent.
Bastian, it's your turn.
Well, they've got the situation under control. I'm going to get myself some more ammo.
Right. Okay, you now have 2 full magazines of 8 rounds each. You're gonna have to start tracking ammunition. It's gonna be a big factor in this. So pull up a Word doc or something, or a notepad, and make this happen. You have 5 rounds left in your P7, and you have 2 9mm clips or magazines of 8 rounds each. I'm sorry, 3 9mm magazines of 8 rounds that can be used in either your P7 or your Beretta, if you get a Beretta. Okay. Initiative, because this guy's not dead yet. He's just on the ground, badly bleeding, badly wounded. Ten, 9, 4, 9, 7. Peter Peterson, you've got the ammunition. It's tucked away in your belt.
Time to get some information. And I go to the door behind the corner and just step on the guy's torso, like to the ground. Basically, 1 foot on his chest, the other foot probably on one of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I hold the gun. Now time to spill the beans. Why are you here?
Zuhole.
Well, ich werde Sie dann in der Hölle wiedersehen.
All right, take off a round. He's dead.
Did I also mention I have a sick coat?
Code's important.
Right.
All right. So you just killed him. All right. How many rounds?
done.
How many magazines does this guy have on him?
He has 3 magazines as well, but his one that's already loaded is empty. Yeah.
All right.
So 3 full, 0. Yeah, just 3 full. And Dirk.
I stand up and I go, God, damn it, what did you do that for?
Well, he wouldn't talk, so we can't let him live. We're not police.
You ask him one question, and that's it. There are 3 main reasons you shouldn't have done that. Number 1, firing that shot. Every shot here fired tells them that something is going on. Number 2, we could have gotten some information out of him. And number 3, I point down at the pooling blood. Who do you think is gonna have to clean that up?
And with that, we're gonna go to our first break. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.